Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Dark Study. Today I am going to teach you about matter in our surrounding. So here we begin. Friends, as we look at our surrounding, we see a large variety of things. These things like textbook, mobile, clothes, etc. All things are made up of something, and the scientists had named it matter. The air we breathe, the food we eat, the clothes, etc. Everything is matter. As we see, all the things mentioned above occupy space and have a mass. Let's see, we have derived the meaning of matter. Matter is a thing that has mass and occupies some space. As you know, human beings have curiosity to know about things like themselves and their surrounding. So some Indian philosopher has classified matter in the form of 5 basic elements. They are air, earth, fire, sky and water. And they named it Panch Tattva. And according to them, the things that are living or non-living are made up of these 5 basic elements. And some Greek philosopher has also agreed with this statement. According to modern day, scientists have evolved and they have classified the matter in 2 types. Their physical property and chemical property. In this chapter, we will learn about physical property, and in next chapter we will learn about chemical property. Physical nature of matter. Friends, do you know from what things matter are made up of? Long time ago, 2 different schools have different ideology. One school says that matter is made up of continuous things like block of wood, whereas other school says matter is made up of particle like sand. Let's see some activity and decide whether matter is made up of continuous or particle. To perform activity 1.1, the things required are transparent glass, spoon, sugar and water. First, fill the glass with water, half of it, and mark the level. Add some sugar with the help of a spoon and stir it till all the sugars are completely dissolved in it. Do you notice some changes? The answer will be no, because the sugars are completely mixed in water and the water level also does not change. The water is as transparent as before. From above activity, we conclude that matter is made up of particles. Our next question is, how small are these particles of matter? Have you ever seen the particles of matter? We will perform activity 1.2 to know about the size of the particles of matter. To perform activity 1.2, the things required are measuring cylinder 4 to 5, 10 ml of test tube, 4 to 3 crystals of potassium permanganate. In 5 measuring cylinder, put 100 ml of water, and in the first measuring cylinder, put 2 crystals of potassium permanganate. You will notice that the color of the water changes. Now take 10 ml of this color water and put it into the other 100 ml of measuring cylinder with clear water. And repeat this experiment. You will notice some changes. Experiment shows that just a few crystals of potassium permanganate has changed the color of 500 ml of water. So we conclude that there must be millions of tiny particles in just one crystal of potassium permanganate, which keeps on dividing themselves into smaller and smaller particles so they can easily dissolve it into the water. The particles of matter are very small, as you cannot see it by your naked eyes. You have to use compound microscope to see it. Friends, our next topic is characteristics of particles of matter. Many of you have some questions like, particles of matter have space between them or not? This answer we will get in activity 1.1. As you see, we put sugar in the water and it is completely dissolved. It was transparent as before it was. So we conclude that particles of matter have space between them. As in activity, water particles have space between them that was occupied by the sugar particles. So there was no change in the volume of the water. So friends, our next question is, does particles of matter move continuously or not? To know this, we have to conduct an experiment. To do this, we require incense sticks, means agarbatti. Now put the agarbatti at some distance and try to get smell. If you do not get it, go closer to it, and when you get the smell, measure the distance between you and the incense sticks. Now lighten the incense means agarbatti ko jala do, and then you will notice that the smell will come faster to you. As you move away from the agarbatti more distance, the smell will come, but after some time. From this we conclude that particles of matters are continuously moving, i.e. they have kinetic energy. As the temperature rises, the kinetic energy moves faster. As you see on your screen, this is how the particles of a matter moves. In the earlier activities, we noticed that the particles of matter intermix with each other. They do so by getting into the space between the particles. This intermixing of particles of two different types of matter on their own is called diffusion. We also observe that when we heat a substance, the diffusion becomes faster. Why does this happen? As seen earlier, when the temperature increases, the kinetic energy of the particle also increases. Due to this, the particles moves away from each other and the diffusion becomes easier. Now our next question is, does the particle of matter attract each other or not? We will know this answer in this activity. To do this activity, first open the tap and then try to cut the stream of water with your finger. You are not able to cut this stream. Why? Because an intermolecular force acts between the particles of the matter. Due to this, one particle of matter tries to attract other particle of matter toward it. This shows that there is a force between the particle of matter which attract each other continuously. So with this, we end our video. If you have understood this video, press on the like button, click on the subscribe button and also press the bell icon. Thank you. Have a nice day.